You know, some of the things that tend to happen in this game are some of the dumbest things that you can expect to see for price points. Before we get too far into today, I just want to say that Kong's Card still has Duelist Nexus stuff up. Remember, use discount code MCOL40, you'll get the chance to save. And yes, they have a lot of pretty decent stuff up, a lot cheaper than I think a lot of people remember seeing on some of the very early pre-sales. A lot of stuff is kind of already moved, but if you're still interested in picking up, you know, some quarter century secret rares or, you know, some of the other particulars out there, this is definitely going to be something that I recommend that you do check out. Of course, rumor has it they're going to have some amazing Defenders restock here soon, so leave a link down below. Remember, use discount code MCOL40 and save on your purchase. Holy moly. OTS 2022. You know, I have a personal discussion with this because I think that this is absolutely insane. People are actually out here spending $140 on these. I've seen these move cheaper in Facebook groups and so forth, but people are looking at this and they're like, oh, you know, like Branded Fusion, this isn't going to go down. Aluber has been sub $30. Fallen of Albaz has been sub $30. You are willing to spend $420 on a playset of cards in 2 months that are going to spin horribly out of control here and start to head down. This is not one of the cards in this set that meet the criteria to maintain a price point, but it's hilarious because people are looking at this and like, you know, I need to spend all this money now. I need it now. You know, obviously in the world of pre-sales, it's a different story because most stuff usually ends up doing some sort of topsy-turvy. Sometimes a decent spin around, sometimes decent value. This is not good. This is not good value, whatever. I mean, to be fair, I guess, like, if you're looking at, like, Mirror Jade, you're looking at the Quems, and you're looking at everything else, and you're like, you know, like, this is going to hold. No. No, it's not. Now, that's okay. That's okay. Let's go on down here. What else we got? Branded Lost. OTS Super Rare at $1.80. Okay, that's decently affordable. I mean, let's be honest. When you look at a lot of the super rares in this set, you see a lot of these $2 price points. Unless it's a really crazy powerhouse, you don't tend to see a lot of craziness. Branded opening. Oh, well, nice little branded toss in here. Nice all of this. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and jump on in to the back end of this here and swing on in here. Here's the other thing I wanted to talk about while I'm here. Thrust at $140. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see this hold. Now, my reasoning for this is, give or take some sort of fluctuation, do I think it's going to go underneath 100? I mean, maybe. Anything, I guess, is possible. Robbie just said it was going to hold 140. Looking at Droplet and a lot of the other metagame staples that we've had, you know, the high-impact ones, yeah, they typically do tend to go up. Now, we might see a little bit of my favorite Dipperoo, where, you know, the market rejects this card for a little bit, sends it back underneath the $100 mark. But there will come a time where, you know, people see this card. You always tend to see it, but things get too cheap. People look around and they go, you know, like, that's a decently good price point. Maybe we should go ahead and, you know, pick this up. And I think that's a decent example of this. But once again, people are willing to spend the 140, 135, 150. I mean, let's be honest here. Once again, I mean, you're ramping up, you know, these massive price points out here for this. But I mean, once again, people want their higher rarity stuff. I get it a little bit, but I don't know. It's not for me right now. Nimble Angler's at $5. I think this will calm down. I think Angler, being the higher up part of the Essentialon right now, makes sense. All right, like, let's call it what it is, you know. Oh boy, why would you spend $5 on Silent Angler? It's going to be $1 or $2 here soon enough. Unchained Abomination, honestly, this is pretty decent. I don't have a problem with this. Considering the fact the Secret Rare and its alternatives were actually like, what, $8, $9, $10 at this point? Oh wow, the Super Rare, it's not the same as a shiny. Honestly, Super might look better. Runic Dispelling, you know, I'm okay. 250 to pick up one of the. I mean, you only ever played, it was 0 or 1, and you only played it in the pure version, which once again, I mean, doesn't. It's not really exactly doing the best right now. So there's that. Purely Happy Memory, 250, sure. Branded Lost we already touched on. Horn of Orif or Oliphant, yeah, this card should be $1. Titanic Moth, $1, which I'm fine with. The Power Tool Mecha Dragon. To be honest with you, these little guys had a decent amount of value on the back end of his other previous versions, which I didn't necessarily expect. This was a good reprint. I will give it to Konami for actually, you know, palming this into the ground. Good stuff on this. I see that we're missing an Alti here that looks like it doesn't have any sales data on it yet. What else we got back here? Synchrom. You know, this used to be Synchrom. This did get the rename. And then, of course, Baby Raccoon Pumpoko. Nice reprint. You know, this could have been Edison stuff, and I'm going to continue to beat that into the ground. It needed it. Herald of the Abyss. To be fair, we did need an easier version of this, and in a common slot in an OTS pack. I think that this was good. Well, Robbie, you could get them as an Ultra and a Super. Yes. But having the common available means that people can get their playsets just from playing local. Same thing with Archfiend Eccentric. If you looked at the price of Archfiend Eccentric, this was stupid expensive. This was by far one of the most expensive cards that didn't really warrant its price point. And this, at the very beginning here, once again, 50 cents is not bad. Galaxy 100, nice 24-cent card. I was actually reading today that somebody was like, oh my gosh, you know, Galaxy 100 is super, I'm so excited. Yeah, the market's excited for the rejection of that price point, too. Emperor Charles got the common reprint. I'm actually fine with this, to be honest with you. Charles did need something that would blow him out in price, because this was getting a little bit ridiculous for some of the higher rarity cards. Evital and the Josho, nice 25 cents, and Evil Force got the reprint. I understand that, like, we need to reprint both of these in order to, like, keep them available, but this is a little bit, Sync Blast Wave, sure, 25 cents. Clear New World got the super print. Honestly, this isn't terrible. Problem is, it's a terrible card. But I mean, you can play it with the new support. Oh boy, Desynchro did get the reprint. Actually, this wasn't a terrible inclusion in the set. Evil Diversity. You know, this is hilarious that we finally got Evo Diversity as an upgrade. How many years later? If you enjoyed playing, you know, Evil Zors and Evo Tile, well, congratulations. People have been spending 24 cents. This is honestly one of the cheapest pickups out of the set here. Now, the last Alti in this set not having sales data, it's actually kind of interesting to me, and it's the Purely. I know that, like, the common is extremely low, but if people are looking at Branded Fusion and they're looking at Thrust right now, and they're going, holy crap, you know, like, we can move these at such a high price point, then why are the max rarity Purely players looking at, you know, like the 85 price point here, and they're like, no, I don't want this. I understand that these are going to blow themselves out later in terms of value, but at this price point, you kind of look around, you would figure that, you know, they would give some sort of consideration to this, at least on the back end of things. So I find that kind of interesting, at least, you know, for the very early stages. Good stuff, at least, to the market, you know, for doing its thing here. Really glad, TCG Player, that you don't want to let me do my thing here. TCG Player and these bugs lately have been a ride. I don't know if anybody else experiences it, but it's just bores. Summon limit for $3 is ridiculous, though it might actually hold. Branded Fusions at 50 cents, and Remote and have had no sales. All four of these have had no sales, but I mean, to be fair, if you looked at Summon Limit up till this point, this card has been an expensive common. So this is just, I wanted to do a price point here. I wanted to talk about the OTS pack separate from Market Watch, just to kind of highlight some of the insanity and things and how things are going. Remember, this is still the very early stages. Set's been out for about a day or two at this stage, so everything that you are seeing is on the very high impact of things, and you know, you're going to have a lot of Market Watches over the next couple of days, so buckle up. I assure you that, you know, the ride never truly ends in terms of the market. I think that this is a fantastic example of that. But somebody, please, these price points on these cards are a little bit, just a wee little bit ridiculous. Remember, check out Kong's Cards, use discount code IMCO40 and save on your purchase. Peace out, guys. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.